Thoreen Van Cuddles, an Animus audiobook adventure. Thoreen's quest so far. Thoreen is spotted within seconds of entering the dragon's fetid lair. Fortunately, the mute observers seem to be more curious than hostile. Like some bizarre pickled olives, pairs of sleep-deprived eyeballs wriggle and float in great aquarium-like jars. Mesmerised, Thoreen pauses to stare at the silent watchers, but a loud crash from behind spins her about. A macabre scene unfolds before her eyes as the slime dragon processes his sculptures. Using his barbed, bludgeon-like tail, he systematically cracks open the dreaded crystals, excavates the eyes of the petrified captives, and before they can become fully conscious, returns them to stasis by dousing them in fresh mucus. Thoreen recoils as the truth hits her like an ice pick to the scruff. Despite all the signs, her mind had been unwilling to put them together. The eyeless statues, the jars, the stinking quick-setting mucus. Instinctively, she backs away, bumping into a rickety makeshift shelf which collapses, making a terrible ruckus, and one of the mucus cocoons falls from a considerable height. To her brief surprise, the crystal does not shatter into smithereens upon impact on the rocky ground. Instead, it bounces. Alas, there is no time to ponder physics, as the commotion immediately attracts the dreaded attention of the fiend. Thoreen freezes in the shadows, fearing that the occupants of the aquariums will give her away. However, the one-eyed tadpoles prove to be crafty allies and send the dragon chasing off after an imaginary foe by staring fixedly at the cave's entrance as though someone had just fled that way. Thoreen bows to the hapless watchers in silent thanks and hurries to carry on with her search. Life of a Healer. Chapter 6. The Cunning Plan. There is no time to waste. With the dragon off on a wild puss chase, Thoreen sees the perfect opportunity to ransack his place. There is no way that of all this mess the fiend could keep track. She has no time for finesse, as he soon will be back. She searches the now ghastly sculptures that are missing their eyes. Impenetrable mucus encases creatures like amber traps prehistoric flies. Thoreen touches dozens of sculptures, scanning them with her dread-shrouded mind. But inside, only the sluggish nightmares of townfolk and terrified traders she finds. Panic wells in her gut like a red-hot steel spring, and she feels the passing of every second like a scorpion's sting. Suddenly, she senses a presence that cannot be mistaken and rushes towards Marina's subconscious, in anticipation, her heart aching. Thankfully, she finds Marina's chrysalis in the dragon's to-do lot and stifles a squeal of delighted relief, fearing that it might get her caught. But she's seen that the statues cannot be broken by stone. Besides, there's no one to help her here. She is all alone. Thoreen is adept at healing injuries, not causing them. She knows that she's no match for this dragon of furious phlegm. On the way here, the cart had left knee-deep ruts because of its weight, yet the scaly lizard just surged forward like he was on skates. She has seen how agile he is and heard the whiplash of his tail. If she tries to overpower this foe, she will surely fail. To escape with the heavy statue, she stands not a chance. But she won't give up. Thoreen's prevailed in life or death situations far more than once. Luckily, her physician's mind is scalpel keen and pieces together the clues which hereto she has seen. It seems that the only way to break open the dreaded cocoon is by using the tail of the reptilian loon. A grinding fills the cave as the dragon flows home empty-pawed, cross-eyed and ill-tempered, irately snapping his jaws. He checks in on his most recent corpulent snoozing catch and brightens up as he remembers a message he plans to dispatch, cheerfully humming as the talon on his pinky shaves out a threatening note in a messenger mouse's white, trembling coat. The rodent lies still, its breaths shallow and bated, as it endures its duty, determined not to get eviscerated. Then, careful instructions are hissed and lisped into the messenger's ear, and it takes off like its tail is on fire in the direction of the nearest town, fueled by fear. The dragon seems to recall the intruder and rushes to squint outside, but with the sun up, he soon retreats back into the shadows to hide. He begins smashing rocks to vent his violent frustration. Or perhaps he is practicing a martial art? Or cavorting in mad celebration? Thoreen refuses to peer into the vile one's mind. Whatever this strange ritual is, she simply must bide her time. Thank you for listening. We'll do our best to entertain you with fantasy adventure stories and original music every Friday. We would be grateful if you like and share our videos as well as subscribe to the channel. Your support really does mean a whole lot to us. Check out the video's description if you're interested in our books or the equipment we use to create the artwork and music for this channel. For business contacts, please refer to the About page or visit our website. Subscribe and tune in again to find out what happens next.